What's up, nerds? Welcome to the DNA Podcast, episode 29. I'm one of your hosts, Corey Derrick, and alongside me, as always, Brian Anderson. It's good to be here with you, Brian. Brian, you turned 29 last week.
I know, I feel old.
I missed it.
Yeah, I know you weren't here.
But I didn't. So we're going to start off the show with Brian Palooza Part 2.
It was a Brian Palooza. It was an all-day party. It was pretty crazy. It looked like a frat party by the time we were done out there. So it was cool, though. It was a lot of fun. Thanks for everyone who came out or wished me happy birthday and everything like that.
Yeah, I missed it because I was in Canada.
Yeah.
Which, don't get me wrong, it was a good time, but I missed Brian Palooza. But we're going to have our own Brian Palooza on the DNA Podcast today. Brian, I got you something really awesome I thought you need. I saw it, and I was like, it's Brian. That's Brian. Are you ready?
Yes.
Here's my fancy packaging. We don't wrap gifts.
We don't wrap gifts around here.
It's not a thing.
Well, these are very cool. They're little helmets. Is there more to them?
No, they sit on stands. They come with
that
little
is
plastic
sweet.
stands.
That'll be sweet for I have a Star Wars section in my house, so that'll be really cool. These are both awesome. The Kylo Ren helmet and Poe's helmet. Very cool. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
so awesome.
Yeah, dude.
Anything Star Wars, I have not seen these ever.
Yeah, they were hard to find.
Yeah, I've never seen these, but they're very cool.
They're part of the Star Wars Black Titanium series.
And that series is very sweet. I think this isn't the first time you've bought me something from this series. I believe you got me like a TIE Fighter.
Yeah, around right when you bought your house.
Yes. These are very, very cool.
I bought you
very cool
the
stuff.
Titanium X-Wing and TIE Fighter from episode 7.
Those are sweet. Very, very sweet.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, dude.
I love you, man.
I love you too, man.
That's so cool.
That's why we do the show. That's why
that's so cool.
That's why we're friends, man. But yeah, dude. I miss Brian Palooza, but I went to Canada, and I have a couple stories to tell before we start the show. So the first night we were there, we were hanging out, having a drink with her family and stuff, and they have kids, but they were all put to bed and everything. It was about 11:30. All of a sudden, like, the house behind them, like, kids, like, there's like hundreds of kids in this house, and they're throwing a party. And
when you say kids, you mean like
high school kids, like
okay.
14, 15,
right.
16-ish. And we were like, what's going on over there? But we didn't really we were like, whatever, it's house party, whatever. But then, like, all these kids start pouring out of the back of this house. And we see, like, cops coming around. We were like, oh boy, this
Mounties
is...
aren't
they
Mounties?
Yeah,
out there?
well, we were in the normal part of Canada where they have regular cops. Although these cops were not very intimidating. They had, like, these blue jumpsuits on. They didn't even have, like, they didn't even look like they had bulletproof vests. I don't think they had guns, and they had it looked like somebody just taped a piece of paper on their back and said police. I mean, they were not as intimidating as U.S. cops, let me tell you.
Yeah.
But anyways, we see the sirens going off. It sounds like that house looks like a clown car with all these people pouring out.
That's funny.
And
That's funny.
like they live in like a nice neighborhood, like these huge expensive houses and like a nice
those are the
community.
Types of kids that are having those parties.
Yeah, and like we see these kids start hopping over fences.
Funny.
It was almost like World War Z style. Kids pouring out into this house, hopping fences and stuff. So we're like, okay, let's walk around the block and see what's going on over here. Dude, there must have been like 150 kids at this party, and like the whole town's cop, like the whole
That's
army
all
of
they
cops
had
showed
going
up.
on.
There was probably like 10 cop cars. Then all of a sudden we see this police helicopter flying overhead with a searchlight.
So that literally that's like the big thing. Like, because I think in Canada I don't know what their crime rate is, but I know it's nothing like it is here. So
yeah,
that was probably the most excitement all those cops got all week.
Yeah, and like the cops shut down the entrance and the exits to the neighborhood, and like they were circling the neighborhood.
The drinking age in Canada isn't even like what is it, like 18?
I think it's 18 or 19. I mean,
that's funny. No,
and
I've been at parties. Of course, I was in college. I got broken up by police, and it's not as fun. It's fun to watch when it's happening to somebody else, but when you're the ones running out the back of the house, not quite as fun.
Yeah. But anyways, it was just funny because like hundreds of these kids are just like sprinting down the street. We see kids pass out in people's lawns, like laying there with their shirts and their hats on their faces, and like it was crazy. It was so funny. And then like the next night we were there, her cousin's husband, Edward. Shout out to Edward. He subscribed to our show.
What's up, Edward?
So best meal I've ever had in my life.
Really?
He cooked this applewood rubbed chicken and ribs and these amazing salads that didn't look like salads or taste like salads, and it was just like If
it doesn't look like a salad and it doesn't taste like a salad, is it a salad?
I mean, everything we had to eat there was like the best food I've ever tasted in my life.
Wow.
I'm not even kidding.
Sounds pretty awesome.
Yeah, and it was and then they took us to breakfast the next morning, and we had this big elaborate breakfast. Oh my gosh, dude, I probably gained like 20 pounds. It was amazing.
We did the slip and slide flip cup.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Slip and flip. It was a lot of fun. Killed some of my grass, but it was worth it. Nobody got hurt. Surprisingly, we were all pretty drunk.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was an all-day drink.
Yeah.
I wish it would have been a little nicer out. It was only about 70s, a little cloudy. I mean, this weekend's supposed to be in the 90s here.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
probably be out doing it again.
I probably won't miss that one. It's going to be a good one. Anyways, let's get to what really matters here. Video games.
Video games.
Let's get into some of our news bits of the DNA podcast. Batman, the Telltale series, episode 1 gets a release date.
I believe it's August.
How excited are you for this?
I'm very, actually.
I'm actually really excited for this.
I love all of them. I actually haven't played the newest one, the Michonne one, but I played all the other ones. I really, really like those games, and I'm very excited for the Batman one, because as you know, I play them with Rachel, and she's a huge Batman fan. She's got a Batman symbol tattooed on her, so we're gonna have a lot of fun playing through that one.
Yeah, Batman, the Telltale series, first episode releases on August 2nd.
So there should be. I'm pretty sure there was a trailer. I watched.
Yeah, there's a trailer too. It's really cool. The episode Realm of Shadows will be released on everything except for Nintendo platforms. Even Mac is getting this game.
Nintendo sucks. Yeah, I mean it looks. I did watch the trailer. It looks really cool, and I love Telltale, so
yeah,
I will be playing it.
They did say they're going to try to get all the episodes out by the end of the year.
I mean, that's the only issue with these games that, you know, I love to play them, and it kind of sucks playing them, like when they first come out and you play an episode, then you have to wait, and then play an episode, then wait. It's kind of better when you, like, get it. Like, I'm glad that I waited for Tales of the Borderland to all be released, and then I played it. Same thing with Game of Thrones. That's how I've been doing the last couple ones.
Yeah, that's how I did with Tales of the Borderlands.
Like, I think the Walking Dead games, I did episode by episode, and as much as I still love them, it kind of sucked.
Yeah.
It kind of loses its like effect because you're like, wait, what
Yeah.
did I? And they do recap it, but it's just better when you can, because you can knock those games out.
And sometimes like the recap's not really what you played. Like I had that issue on 360.
I don't think I ever had that issue where it's like they didn't show me the selections that I actually made. So I've never really had that issue. I'm sure there's like a bug that has happened, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I just wish the whole game was coming out.
Yeah.
That's like my only issue with those games is the whole episode thing.
Yeah. A physical copy is coming on September 13th, but it will only include the first episode and the season pass.
Yeah.
So, I mean, why even buy it?
They don't take up a lot of space. You might as well just go digital on it.
Yeah. I mean, those games are fun and all, but like I wouldn't waste one episode and a season pass. That's kind of a
I mean, that's basically what you buy anyways. When you buy it digital, you're going to buy it, and then you're going to buy the season pass. If, you know.
Yeah. All right. Overwatch has a PS4 bug causing players to lose progress and items.
What do you mean by items? Like shader? I don't know. I'm calling them shaders. Skins and stuff like that?
Yeah. Let's read this article by IGN's Joe Screbbles. A bug on the PS4 version of Overwatch appears to be causing players to lose significant progress in the game, including the loss of in-game currency paid with real-world money.
Well, I'm glad I don't do that.
IGN has been contacted by players who have reported losing levels, competitive ranks, skins, loot boxes, and the credits, the in-game currency. Similar reports have emerged on Reddit and the Overwatch forums, as well as other websites.
Do they know it's called, like... Are people doing a specific thing that's causing it, or is it just targeting random people?
It didn't say, but it said Blizzard said that the root cause for this problem has been fixed and asked affected players to supply their PSN names. While no new reports of the problem have seemed to emerge since that time, affected players are still reporting the issues have not been reversed.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's kind of an issue, especially if you're losing currency from paying real money.
Yeah, I mean that's like the biggest issue. I know you might be frustrated if you lose some levels, but you can always get those back.
Yeah, that's probably like the least of.
That's like the least of
my problem, at least. I mean, if I paid money, a real world money for like loot boxes and
I'd be mad.
And currency, I'd be.
But I don't.
Pretty pissed.
But I don't really have any sweet items. I mean, whatever.
Yeah,
That's not. It sucks, but it's not like the Division where your whole like character was getting deleted. Not that you like could delete a character in that game, but like that kind of stuff is real serious. Not that this isn't, but
yeah.
Have you been playing any Overwatch? I mean,
I played a little bit. Let's see, Monday.
I haven't really been on lately.
Monday I played a little bit, and it was fun. I played a lot of Mercy because they gave her a little bit of a buff, but I didn't really notice anything.
I don't think like the Zenyatta buff and the Diva buff have come to consoles yet. Have they?
No, they're coming.
They're coming with Anna.
Yeah.
Now, and I've seen some. I've been trying to read up on Anna since I haven't gotten my hands on her yet. She's only PC right now, and she's just like it seems like mixed reviews. But the thing is that people don't seem to know how to use her right.
Yeah.
Which is the story for every character in there is that
Yeah.
Yes, she can snipe, but you're not supposed to be. It's not like a Widowmaker 2.0.
Right.
Your job is still to support, and I don't know. I mean, I'm sure her played in the right hands is pretty cool. From what I hear, she's like the best person to stop other healers.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of like you almost want to run her as like a second support.
Mm-hmm.
She can shut down other healers. She can shut down alts with that sleep grenade and stuff. So, but she's not meant. No support person is meant to be a frontline 20 to 30 eliminations.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's not your job. And I don't know if that's how people are trying to play her. I don't know because like it hasn't come to consoles yet. And even the sad thing is that people on PC play this game better than people on consoles, anyways.
Yeah.
So I'm a little concerned. Hopefully it won't be an issue in like competitive play, quick play, whatever. But I got a feeling people are gonna, you need to support. Your job is to heal people.
Yeah.
And I hear heal is a little like underwhelming. I don't know if the heal's quite.
Yeah.
That's why it's almost like a second support character.
I feel like they're trying to. I feel like she's there to more stop the other supports and buff you than like.
That's pretty much what I understand. Is that like she makes it very difficult for other healers,
mm-hmm.
like the other team's healers and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, Brian, I just beat Uncharted, so this is kind of on the same, on the same thing.
You seemed a little excited about it. I don't know.
What?
That beating you beat Uncharted?
It? Yeah, I was. It was the last except for the spoilers. There's a boss battle at the end of the game. I'm not gonna spoil it, but like a little underwhelming. I mean, but PS4 is finally getting Rise of the Tomb Raider in the form of the 20-year celebration edition. It's coming on October 11th, and Rise of the Tomb Raider will arrive on PS4 in a new 20-year celebration edition, which includes the full game and all content from the Rise of the Tomb Raider Season Pass, which means Baba Yaga, Temple of the Witch, Cold Darkness Awakened, and all DLC outfits, weapons, and expedition cards are also coming. And it will be coming with an art book for anyone who pre-orders the game. The 20-year celebration edition will include a new Extreme Survivor Ultra Hard difficulty for the main campaign, as well as 3 new pieces of playable content, including the first, Blood Ties, a combat-free narrative-focused story in which Lara explores Croft Manor to discover new information about her family. PS4 will exclusively offer PlayStation VR support for Blood Ties. A separate filled combat chapter, Lara's Nightmare, will be set in the Croft Mansion as well, having Lara fighting enemies in a hellish version of her family home. The final new mode in the 20-year celebration edition includes a co-op version of the Endurance mode, in which players attempt to survive as long as they can. Wow. Keeping track of warmth and hunger meters. So there's a lot of content packed in this game.
Sounds like it, yeah.
And PS4 players don't have to pay for it.
I know. I mean, that's like
unlike the Xbox and PC
well,
players.
yeah, but you know, Xbox got it pretty much
a year. Yeah.
So that's.
I guess this is their reward for waiting.
Yeah, basically.
I mean, this is basically their Game of the Year edition, almost.
Yeah, but that seems like a fair trate-off.
Yeah.
If you ask me, like, all right, you're gonna get the game a year later, but we're gonna give you everything for free. I mean, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that was a great game. I know. Did you play it yet?
I started it, but I put it down pretty quickly.
I think it's a great game. I loved it a lot.
I like the first one, and by the first one, I mean the rebooted version.
Yeah.
Of Tomb Raider. I played that one. That was fun. I mean, I don't know why I stopped playing it. I think I was playing other stuff. I probably would have started playing it, but now I've been playing Red Dead again and just loving it.
Yeah.
I mean, I
saw you playing it. Dude, that looks so good on Xbox One.
It does. It looks very good. It could have looked the exact same. That's like one of my favorite games of all time.
Yeah.
Just enjoying playing through it again.
Yeah. We have a question about Rise of the Tomb Raider from Guardian 1. Is it too late for Rise of the Tomb Raider on PS4? No. It's a great game.
I mean,
there's not a lot of like really exclusives coming to PS4, so a lot of people like.
I don't think people went out and bought an Xbox just to get Rise of the Tomb Raider like a year early. So
plus, Rise of the Tomb Raider came out against Fallout.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people who I know a lot more people who have a PS4, and that could just be me personally, but I'm pretty sure that they're winning.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's more people anyways. I don't think those people like ran out and bought an Xbox just to play this game a year early. You're getting all this extra content. It almost seems like a win because like I bought it for the Xbox and barely even played it. Now I'm a little pissed off.
Yeah.
That I didn't just wait and get this one because this one has everything on it, and I'm not going to pay for the DLC for it. But no, it's definitely not too late. And
plus this year, let's look at the PS4's like exclusive lineup, quote unquote. We got No Man's Sky and Last Guardian is kind of it for PS4 exclusives as of this year. So like it's not really going up against anything except for, Gears of War on Xbox One, but like
I think that's going to be pretty. I think Gears of War is going to be awesome.
Oh yeah.
I'm very excited.
Did you see that Xbox Slim?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
The Gears one?
Yeah.
Is that the one that you want? I have it.
Yeah.
I should, because I have a Gears of War 3 360.
Yeah, that's the one I have too.
That red one, that one's pretty sick.
Yeah. I'm actually going to pre-order it. I want to see what kind of like trade-in thing I can get for my other Xbox One, and if it's not even worth it, we might just use it as a Blu-ray player in the living room. But man, I want that Gears one.
Yeah. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah,
it would go very well with my Gears of War 360. That's for sure.
Yeah. Speaking of sweet-looking consoles, NES is coming back.
I think we're gonna have a disagreement on this.
What? Nintendo's releasing the mini NES loaded with 30 classic games for $59.99. You're not excited for this?
No, I'm not paying $60 for that.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be amazing. I'm gonna get it. We're gonna play some co-op games, and you're gonna love it.
I have all those games on my modded Xbox, so maybe that's why I'm not excited.
I have all these games on my Wii U for Virtual Console.
Okay, then like.
But it's just a cool little NES. Look at that thing.
I've seen it. I mean, I've seen it. I don't know. I'm not as crazy about it. Those Nintendo games aren't as sweet as you remember.
Yeah, they are.
No, they're not.
All right, let's. First of all, this thing's coming out on November 11th. HDMI cable, AC adapter, normal stuff. Classic NES controllers that plug in via Wii attachments. So like it can plug into your Wii remote for Virtual Console games if you really want to. Also, controllers are $10. Let's take a look at this list. Now, I understand some of these games are not great. Most of them are. Balloon Fight, Bubble Bobble, Castlevania 1 and 2, Donkey Kong Jr., Double Dragon 2, The Revenge, Dr. Mario, Excite Bag, Final Fantasy, Galaga, Ghosts and Goblins, Gradius, Ice Climber, Kid Icarus, Kirby's Adventure, Mario Bros. Not Super Mario Bros. Just Mario Bros.
Mario Bros.
Mega Man 2, Metroid, Ninja Gaiden, Pac-Man, Punch-Out, featuring Mr. Dream, not Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Star Tropics, that's going to be hard, because the manual, for those who don't know, had specific maps and codes in there that you needed to beat the game, so that's going to be an issue.
I have to look that up.
Super Mario Bros. Is different for every game, every cartridge.
And you're fucked.
Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers 2, Super Mario Brothers 3, Tecmo Bowl, Legend of Zelda 1, and Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. That's a great set of NES games.
Yeah.
They're not aiming at us for this, though. Let's be honest. They're aiming for people who are like lapsed gamers, who grew up on the NES and were like, "Oh, those games were fun." When I was
I mean,
5.
Those are the people. If people like me and you, like, who still are, and obviously, like, I'm not like blown away by that list. Like, a lot of those games, I would never even play. I still have. And
Well, it's the same as Rare
if you have a
Replay.
computer or if you have anything, like, you have access to all these games, and if you're already like.
If you have a Nintendo, they're available on 3DS and Wii U.
Yeah,
also.
like, I have found other ways to play these games. I don't need to pay more money to have just another way to play them when I already have like 2 to 3 ways to play them already. So I think it's cool. It's a really cool looking console. I would love. I mean, the only reason I would buy it is literally just to sit it with the rest of my collection. That's it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd really use it.
Yeah.
That's just me personally. I'm sure there are people who are very excited about it. I'm not.
2 things about this console that I wish they would have added. 1, there's no way to connect to the internet. 2, there's no way to add more games.
That's
So, like-
that's what I'm saying. Like, that's your list.
Yeah.
Like, those are the ones you have to play.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that it's not cool. I agree with you. They should have had some like
They could have had like
internet that you could get on and download more. I don't know if that's just I don't know. I'm not blown away by it.
I am questioning some of the games on this list. Like, why would you have Double Dragon 2, The Revenge, and not Double Dragon 1? Why would you not have Donkey Kong 3 on here? Why would you have Castlevania and Castlevania 2 when everybody wants Castlevania 3? Mega Man 2, if you're only going to have one Mega Man game, that's the obvious choice, but why don't you have more than that?
I don't know. I'm not like, oh, I love the NES so much. It's not one of my favorite consoles.
Yeah, well, your favorite console is the Super NES, which a lot of people say it might be next.
Oh, if they do it with that, I'd probably do it.
But they have to have Turtles in Time on there.
Yeah.
Because that's the only game worth playing on Super Nintendo.
I mean, Super Nintendo, I didn't have an NES.
So.
But I had friends who did, and I remember playing those games. It was a good time, but in my free time, I'm not going to go and load up Excite Bike. I'm just not going to do it.
But it's the best racing game of all time. Don't you know?
No?
Anyways, let's get into some things that you might be excited about. Star Wars Celebration was this weekend.
Yeah.
You see the Rogue One trailer?
Fuck yes, I did.
Looks great.
It looks awesome.
Looks amazing.
I'm actually very excited for that movie. I mean, any Star Wars movie, I don't know. Just because it's not it is part of the Star Wars universe.
Yeah, but then they, at the same time, they had this Episode 8 conference or whatever, and Mark Hamill said,
I know what he said.
God, that was amazing. Anyways, Battlefront is getting some new DLC. The first one is the Death Star.
Is anybody still playing this game?
Yeah. There's a lot of people who still play this game.
Do you still play this game?
No. I would like to, but nobody else plays it, and I don't want to play it by myself.
I don't
know. Star Wars Battlefront Death Star DLC will include Chewbacca and Bossk.
Yeah. Chewbacca makes sense. I'm really surprised that he wasn't in it earlier. Obviously with Boss, they clearly didn't have that many villains.
Well, they're just going down the list of bounty hunters now.
Right. Because he was the guy in the yellow one, right?
The lizard looking guy.
The lizard looking guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's kind of the only Death Star DLC-ish news that we have. There's upcoming offline mode coming with this update called Skirmish. I don't really know much about that either.
It's a little late for any offline mode.
Yeah, I know. That should have been on.
Like you should have had like a campaign or something.
Yeah. Keeping on Battlefront DLC. Remember when they said they're going to focus on the original trilogy when this game came out?
Yeah.
Well, they lied because the last piece of
clearly.
DLC is based around Rogue One. Scarif will be Battlefront's final DLC. Scarif is the planet that you see on the awesome-looking poster, the tropical-ish planet. Let's see. Did they announce any heroes? Yeah, they did. Jen Erso will be playable in the game, and director Krennic will also be introduced in game. Those are the two heroes that come with this DLC. So that's kind of cool. Even though they lied to us, jerks. Mitch asked a question about this Battlefront DLC. He says, "Is anything they announced at Celebration in terms of Battlefront going to get you back into the game?" No. Because they took the season pass route and not the Overwatch route.
They lost me such like. It was fun for like a little bit and it was cool. Only because
it also came out at a time where we really like were burned down on Destiny and we kind of just needed that.
Well, that and like
chill
Star
game.
Wars movie just came out and we were just like jizzing in our pants over Star Wars. So
that is also true. Episode 7 was amazing.
yeah, I mean it was, and that's why I was playing it so much because I'm just like, yes, I love Star Wars, and I do, but
yeah,
no, I would rather play like Overwatch and stuff.
Yeah. Last bit of Star Wars news we're going to get into. Mark Hamill says that Episode 8 will make you forget May the Force be with you.
Okay, first off, no one's ever going to forget May the Force be with you.
I think he's been drinking a little bit of that Joker juice for the new Batman movie that's coming out.
I'm not saying that Episode 8 isn't going to have like some amazing new thing, but like May the Force be with you will never be forgotten. Just like I am your father.
Yeah. Yeah. He has some really funny quotes in this article, though. He says, it's funny because all of you spent all this money and I can't even talk about Star Wars. Then he goes on to say, the script reads like a toy box. There are floating cars, there are fire swords, and robots. So, I mean, he was just trying to be funny because he couldn't really say anything.
Yeah. I do like how they've been very secretive about it. It would be awful if like everything just got leaked and we knew everything that was going to happen. Because Episode 7 was so cool because you literally had no idea what the fuck was going on.
Yeah.
Going into it.
Yeah, and he was asked about his part in The Force Awakens, and it says, it was a great surprise, but I don't think they prepared me correctly. I went through all this training, lost all this weight, and did all these things, and I thought I must have been doing something physical, and all they did was make me stand there.
You didn't have to say anything.
So that was kind of funny. At least he had some fun with it. But what's going to make you forget May the Force be with you? There's nothing in there like that. There can't be.
I don't think
right?
So. No. Not for me. That's so iconic and it's been burned into our minds for so long.
I know. We've been watching these movies for, almost 30
that's
years
what I'm
now.
saying.
It's just it's there.
Yeah, it's there. I don't think that's what he meant to say.
Yeah.
I think what he meant to say is there's going to be something that's going to be this generation's May the Force be with you.
Yeah.
You know
there's going to be, there might be like an Empire type twist or phrase in there.
That's what I'm saying. And it'll like be, solidified with this trilogy,
right,
versus May the Force be with you, which really has been through all of them,
mm-hmm.
which is why that one's already going to be hard to top. But
yeah,
that one you're never going to forget it because it's so iconic.
Yeah.
So you might get a new one that goes along with this one, but I doubt it. I highly, highly doubt it.
Yeah.
That you're going to have anything.
Yeah. I still can't wait for Episode 8, though. I'm more excited for Episode 8 than I am Rogue One.
Oh, I mean, I think that's probably the general,
especially since they announced the kid who's playing young Han Solo, he's tied into this movie now, and that actually really bummed me out because I really wanted Rogue One to stand on its own.
So did I. Well, I still think. I mean, obviously, I'm still gonna go see it.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so excited.
We're still gonna love it, but It's just something. It's literally just something to tide you over,
Yeah.
just to get you to episode 8.
It's going to be episode 8. It's going to be so good. All right, moving away from Star Wars. Xbox One S is coming this August. For those of you who don't have an Xbox One, this might be the option for you. Although if you want some kind of VR, I don't know. I don't know why they're really pushing Scorpio in terms of like VR and 4K. I guess is the only reason why you would get a Scorpio. But if you've been waiting this long and you're not interested in 4K or VR, the S is coming on October 2nd. $399 for a 2 terabyte, $349 for a 1 terabyte, and $299 for a 500 gigabyte. No Connect port on this thing. $40 for the adapter. But if you call Microsoft and tell them you already have one, a Connect, they'll send you an adapter for free.
Oh, for real?
If you're upgrading. So that's kind of nice of them, I guess. The system also comes with an updated Xbox One controller, more streamlined, and Bluetooth, which is nice.
I'll probably just be sticking with my Xbox.
Yeah, I mean, if you already have an Xbox, there's really no reason to buy this. I think, I mean, I'm gonna get the Gears of War one.
That would be the only thing that
gets you to buy it.
would get me to buy it. It would be like the special console type thing, but
Yeah.
it's gonna be interesting to see if more people buy the mini NES or the Xbox.
Yeah. I wonder. We actually have a question about that later.
I'm not trying to rip on that mini NES. I'm just saying I don't have any interest in buying it because I already have a way to play these games.
Right. It's not for us. The mini NES is
I
not
think
for us.
I mean, I think it's really cool. I think it's a cool idea and everything. I just, I'm sure. I think it'll sell well. I mean, $60, like,
Yeah.
it's the price of a game.
Yeah.
You're basically just buying, like you said, with like Rare Replay. You're just buying a game, but they're giving you a cool little system to play.
Yeah.
And you get 30 games.
The Xbox One S Gears of War 4 Limited Edition is coming in October, 4 days before the game comes out. So you get to play the game 4 days early, and it comes with the Gold Edition. So you get the Season Pass, you get the limited character skins, you get 5 of their version of Rec Packs from Halo. So that's cool.
Dude, I'm just so excited for that game. I just can't wait to play online.
I know Gears of War 4 is gonna be amazing.
We need to play through all 3 of them.
Yeah, we need to stream that stuff, dude.
Yeah,
that'd be cool. And then finally, Evolve goes free to play on PC and gains over 1 million users on its first day. It's pretty impressive.
it is impressive. I remember when that game was coming out, and I almost made the mistake of wanting to buy it, but then I decided not to.
That surprises me because you love Left 4 Dead, and it's by the same people.
I know. But something about it just didn't. I just wasn't doing it for me, and it's cool to see that. But a free game.
Mm-hmm.
How many free games have you bought that you don't? You buy every single one. I mean, not buy, but you get every single one.
Yeah.
I know I do, and
I mean, would I really go out and buy Saints Row? No, but it was free this month.
If Evolve came to console, and
They're
it was
working
free,
on it.
I'd pick it up. I'm not saying that I'd try it. That's kind of like a good way to get people to try it because it did not do well at all.
No. They said they're working on it for consoles, but they have a cool program for people who bought it originally for $60. So I'm gonna
5 people in the world.
I'm gonna run down this article real quick. In the week since the game has gone free, Evolve's player count has shot up by more than 1 million players. According to Steam charts, the game has peaked at more than 51,000 concurrent players, putting it in the top 10 on Steam. This is up from June's peak of 234 concurrent players. Currently called Evolve Stage 2, the game's latest incarnation is completely free. Players earn silver keys by playing and can use them to unlock hunters, monsters, skins, and perk upgrades. There are no cash transactions in the game at this time. As a thank you to fans, 2K and Turtle Rock are offering the Blood Eagle skin for Griffin to anyone who logs in between. The dates have already passed. But for Evolve Stage 2, there are extensive gameplay changes, and They are also giving you, if you bought it, they're calling you a founder of Evolve, and you get whatever you purchased. You just automatically get that stuff unlocked for free. The skins, the characters, the monsters and stuff. So you get the founders pack, and you get a set of founder skins and stuff. So that's cool. If you are an Evolve fan, congratulations, you guy out there who bought that game. But
I don't know why you did that.
I mean,
they don't even have the player base.
This is something though we thought this game should have been all along is free to play. This has free to play model written all over it anyway.
I mean, I don't know how much they put into that game, money wise, but that had to have been a loss.
Dude, they had to. They had to have lost money.
Oh heck yeah!
When this game came out, and B, they had to lose even more money to make this transition to free to play. How much effort do you have to put into a game to transition from a planned $60 game with a season pass and like microtransactions to a free-to-play game? That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
That you might be losing.
When you put out shit, that's what happens.
I mean, it's funny because Turtle Rock's press release said their budget and financial plan for this game after it launched was a shit show. It actually said that in the press release. So
that sounds about right.
Looks like
I would definitely check it out.
Yeah. I mean, it's a cool concept, but
it's a cool concept, but I'm not paying $60 for it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's it'd be interesting if it comes to consoles. That's the big thing.
This is games where I don't think every single game that comes out should be $60.
Yeah.
And some people have figured that out. Some people haven't.
I mean, Square Enix is doing that. Let's look at I Am Setsuna. That's a $40 JRPG.
That's what I'm saying, though. Like,
so
people will look at those a little bit more. I'm just saying, if Evolve would have came out, like the day it came out, it was $35-$40. I would have looked at it a little bit harder. I'm still not saying I would have bought it, but I definitely would have been like,
Yeah. Before we get into questions, how's Pokemon Go going for you there, Brian?
I'm up to level 6.
Yeah.
Got a Pikachu.
Yeah.
I mean, I live out in the middle of nowhere. It's tough to play it out here.
Yeah.
I think if I lived in a city, I'd like it more. I'm not saying that you can't play the game out in the country, but I don't have a lot of Pokestops when I'm like
dude, there's
going to work and stuff. Like
there are so many Pokestops in Toronto, dude. Every
I don't
5
got
feet.
it. I'm just saying, like, I have like a 15-minute drive to work, and I think I pass 2 or 3. I mean, it's just like,
Yeah.
But I did catch a Pikachu. I play it, but
yeah,
I'm still not like obsessed with it. I had that WWE Supercard game that I play instead.
Yeah,
I'm obsessed with
yeah. Giant Bomb had a
that's
pretty lengthy conversation on their podcast this week.
I've been playing it for. I mean, this is season 2 of it, and I've been playing it for probably almost. I've been playing it for a long time. This game.
Yeah, you said you started with the basketball one, right?
Yeah, I started with NBA 2K14. What was the one that was released with the PS4? Was that 14?
14, I think.
I've been playing that card because there was a companion app where you could get virtual credits with the app, and then they also had this card game on it too, and that's when I got hooked on these card games. And I played the NBA one then in 15 too, and then Supercard, W Supercard, and I do watch wrestling, so I was like, heck yeah! And then season 2 finally came out for it, and it's pretty cool. I have a lot of fun with it, so
yeah.
I'm addicted. I'm always on playing. There's an event every once one event ends, one starts in within 24 hours.
Yeah.
So you have events all the time where you can get cards, and I haven't put any money into it, but I finally have gotten. I'm the highest tier you can get because as you move up tiers, so you can get different cards from exhibition games. And I'm at WrestleMania, which is the highest.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'll do. I don't know. It's just fun. It's cool.
Yeah.
And like I said, since I watch wrestling, the cards actually will do their finishers and stuff. So that's why I don't know. I think it's cool. I like it.
What you like when they spin around and make noises and stuff when you beat stuff? Yeah.
It's cool that they do their finish. It's cool when my Stone Cold card does a stunner. I just think it's sweet. I enjoy that stuff.
It sounds cool that a flat piece of paper will do a Stone Cold Stunner.
It's pretty cool. To another flat piece of paper.
Yeah. What else have you been playing? Anything besides Red Dead and those things?
That's really about it. Like I said, last week I didn't really play a lot of games because we were getting ready for my party and everything. Red Dead, I just loaded that up a couple days ago.
Game's so
and just loving it. I really haven't played Overwatch. I'm waiting I really want these buffs to come because I love Zenyatta.
Yeah.
And he's kind of rough to play it. Sometimes he's so squishy. And the extra 50 shield, or I don't know if they're giving it to his shield or his health actual, because he only has 50 health.
Yeah.
Then he has 150 shield.
That's so.
No, he only has 100 shield and 50 health right now. I think they're adding
That's
an
so
extra
low.
50.
He's like the lowest.
He's very squishy. That's what I'm saying. It does not take much to kill him. Just the things that they're changing. Just at 50, he's gonna move faster. His projectiles those balls that he throws are gonna move faster. It's gonna be cool.
Yeah.
I'm like excited because I love you. I don't know. I've always liked him, even though sometimes he can be like I've had some great games with him.
Yeah.
And I think he does the most damage
For a
support. So, like the last game I played was a ranked one, and I had like 25 eliminations, 9,000 healing. I did die like 10 or 11 times, so like I died too much, and that's what I wanted to fix. Hopefully, with to move faster, you can actually escape and stuff like that. So
cool.
I love him.
Yeah.
He's so cool.
He's a floating robot. It's like a.
Yeah, but he does cool things that you don't even notice, like he has no footsteps.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like how other characters, you can hear their footsteps.
I mean, he's just
silent.
floating.
You're a silent assassin if you play him right, because you can play him as a flanker.
Yeah.
I don't recommend it, but you
got to be really good with it, and you better hope they don't have like.
Well, you have to like some people I've seen. Like I shoot for about 35% accuracy with him, which is tough with his projectiles. Because it's not like a bullet that's there. Like you really have to. And I've seen some people who are just amazing with them, and they can hit you with that orb of discord, and then headshot. You're done.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not that good with them, but I can't get kills. But I typically just like to sit in the back, throw out orbs of discord, heal when I can, and have my teammates take out those guys.
Yeah. I played a little bit of Overwatch on Thursday before I went to camp. No, Monday after I got home.
I mean, that orb of discord, like, I think you take like 50% more damage when that's on you.
Yeah.
Like, it is a retarded amount. So, if you have a good team that has good, like, offensive players and you're throwing those on people, even those tanks will go down like it's nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, I played a little bit because I forgot that the buffs and nerfs haven't come to console yet.
Yeah.
Because they're always PC first. And, like, I was trying to see how they affected Mercy, and they didn't put it in yet. So, but I didn't lose any progress, so that's good for me, I guess. But I also beat Uncharted 4. The ending was for how long that game is. I think that game probably should have been about 14 or 15 chapters instead of 23. But the ending of that game was real good. I was surprised. They wrapped it up. They left it open for more adventures, but they also tied it up with a pretty bow at the very end. So
yeah, I thought this was supposed to be the last one.
Yeah, it was really good. I'm not going to spoil anything for those who haven't played it. I know you haven't played it yet either. I'll just let you borrow it. But the way they did it was, you can tell Naughty Dog's not going to do the next game.
But they're leaving it open for.
But they're leaving it open to where.
Yeah.
They probably will make another Uncharted at some point. So, I actually really enjoyed the ending. I felt some of the stuff in the middle was a little forced, and some of the mechanics were a little forced. But overall, if I would have to give it a score, I'd say like an 8.25.
That's still pretty good.
Yeah. Not my favorite Uncharted, but still pretty good. There, Ray. Are you happy? I said Uncharted was good.
He said it was okay. You're not really giving it. You thought it was okay. I think an 8.25 is higher than what you really want to give it.
No,
to be honest.
No. I mean, the mechanics are fine. The later half of the game is definitely better than the beginning.
I think that's how all the Uncharted games are.
But What do you say we get in some questions and then get out of here? Megan asks, what do you think will sell more this holiday? PlayStation VR, Xbox One S, or the NES Classic?
Well, are you asking about units or overall, like,
Probably just units.
profit?
Probably.
If we're talking units, it's going to be the NES.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah, I do. Or Xbox One.
It's not going to be PSVR.
I don't
They've
think
already
so.
sold out of pre-orders, and I don't see them filling any
I think
more
the
orders
people who
until
want it
like Black
pre-ordered
Friday.
it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I really do think it's going to be the NES. It seems like people are really excited about it. Like I said, $60.
Yeah, there's a lot of people in our community group that are excited about this NES.
I don't blame them. I just, I won't be buying it.
Yeah, and like
I won't be buying any of those.
a lot of the people that we like play games with and in our community are kind of predominantly PlayStation, I want to say.
Sounds
And like
like
a
it.
lot of our friends outside of this are predominantly PlayStation. So like I don't see them going out to buy an Xbox One just because there's a new version of the console coming out.
Yeah,
Although
like,
Gears of
I
War
already
4
have
is
one,
awesome.
so I'm good. Like I know the extra hard drive sounds great, but I don't have. I'm
But
not.
you can plug in a hard
You
drive.
can.
into
I
the
just
bag
like.
if you need
I
more
put.
space.
I have my games on there that I'm gonna play, and then once I beat it, I delete them off.
Right.
That's just how I do it,
Yeah.
and it's not like it's that hard to put them back on.
Yeah.
You know what I
Just
mean?
time. Just time. All right,
I got
moving
all
on.
the time in the world.
Moving on. CodFanFF asks, how do you feel about Overwatch's $60 price versus Battlefronts, Evolves, and Titanfalls? Are they the same?
No, they aren't.
No, because here's the thing. Overwatch, I mean, at first I kind of see like where some people are coming from. Like, why does this game get so much praise where the other games were kind of like one and done or whatever?
I can tell you why it's different.
The season passes.
No.
I mean, you have to pay for the extra content on these other games where Overwatch is giving it to you
I'm
for
not
free.
even going to go into that. Here's my thing. Since I've played 3 of those, I haven't played Evolve,
Right.
so I can't comment on that. But I have played Battlefront and Titanfall. Now, none of these games have a campaign. That's pretty much where he's going with this. They don't have a campaign. These are all just online games. That's it.
Yep.
So why are they all $60? Battlefront should not have been, I don't think. Every game is the exact same.
What, every mode, you mean?
Yeah, like every game, it just feels the same. Like no game really feels different. You're always gonna be like, you can change your weapon, but you can change your abilities, but everyone's pretty much running the same shit anyways. Like you know what the good stuff is, and that's what people are gonna run. In Overwatch, do you ever play? Is every game the same? Like, even though and there's different game modes, they're not too different.
Right.
But it's the difference in characters that makes that
It's
game
the hero.
what it is.
It's the
It's
hero
the
aspect.
aspect, which Titanfall, even though Titanfall has the different Titans and you can pick different weapons, that game still didn't have that. Like the hero aspect of Overwatch is what it does it for me, and that every game feels so different. Playing with a different combination. There's so many heroes. I don't know how many are there. 12.
In Overwatch?
Yeah, isn't it
There's
20,
like 22,
20 something?
22 now with Anna.
I don't know why I said 12. I meant 20. 20. There's so many different combinations that no game ever has felt the same to me.
Yeah. And like people are going to like when people listen to
And
this
now they
and
have,
they're going to say
and now they have the competitive mode and the quick play. And to me, I
they
think
even have the
Overwatch
practice against bots now.
I still think Overwatch. I am not even upset about paying $60 for it.
Yeah. Some people are going to say, well, Battlefront had a hero mode, but that hero mode was not fleshed out enough.
No,
I mean, like Luke and like playing as Luke and Vader were probably the best parts, but if you're playing as like Han Solo or Boba Fett, they just felt like super versions of the regular soldiers, pretty much.
These characters are so different, and there's so many of them. Like
and you can't
in
play.
Battlefront. There are 6 heroes?
Base game, there's 6 heroes.
And Luke and Darth Vader are basically the same.
Well, they even them out. You know, you have the defensive one, which would be Leia and the Emperor for some reason.
And then the
Luke and
are the
Darth Vader
quarters.
are the Jedi.
And then you have Boba Fett and Han, who are kind of
which
like
are
the range.
ranged.
Now, I just Battlefront just didn't do it for me. It just wasn't enough content. Even though Overwatch on paper doesn't look like it should be worth $60, it's a very good game. I don't know what
and
to tell you.
the variety of heroes makes you play the game different. Like you cannot play Mercy the way you would play Soldier 76, or the way you would play Reinhardt. You know, it gives you every hero feels different. Every hero has their purpose. You know, it's just that it's weird because like it's so hard to describe until you give the game to somebody and tell them to play it.
Yeah. Like you can't play it like any other shooter that I've played. You can't like Titanfall. You attack every map the same. You attack. It doesn't matter what kind of Titan you have. It's all the same.
Yeah.
Every game.
The Titans didn't really have a huge difference. One was faster and one was more tankier, but like that was kind of it.
Yeah. Overwatch is just something different. I really enjoy it. If that's, some people, like, I play games, mostly shooting games. Mm-hmm. I don't really buy single-player shooting games that I'm just going to play a campaign for shooting games.
Except for Doom.
Well, I even played the multiplayer on that, but the multiplayer on that is not very good.
No.
It's pretty bad.
No.
But Overwatch, like, I just love it. I just love the different heroes and stuff. And I almost bought Battleborn just because of the hero thing.
Yeah.
And I thought that was cool. And if I didn't know Overwatch was coming out just like 20 days later, I probably would have bought Battleborn. I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I bought Overwatch. I love that game.
I'm sure there are a lot of people out there that wish they bought Overwatch instead of Battleborn.
Yeah, but I still know people who say that they like Battleborn.
Yeah.
And it's the hero thing.
That's
same thing with like that Paragon game that's out there that's like free right now, I think.
Yeah, you can actually buy like the quote Founders Pack on disc for like $30 for Paragon.
It's like $20.
I mean that game looks cool too, but like I don't know, there's something real different about Overwatch that's like it's so hard to explain unless you get it in front of somebody. No.
Paragon is.
Yeah, no.
And so is
Battleborn. Battleborn's the next game. I bet we'll go the Evolve route and go free to play.
It might. I would definitely get it and play it, but Overwatch is. I just love that game. Very fun. That's the only one on there that I would put a $60. That and maybe Titanfall. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean Titanfall was fun.
All of these games are so different. Even though the only similarity is that I don't think Evolve has a campaign. None of these had a campaign. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's why I kind of categorize them together.
And I know the thing on this show is, and this is why he's probably commenting on us, because we've talked about how like Call of Duty and stuff should just have their multiplayer and it should be cheaper. Mm-hmm. But Overwatch is different than that.
Yeah.
You have to play it to like kind of understand. Even though there's like different classes in like the new one, this is different.
Yeah.
With their alts and everything, and
yeah, I kind of feel like Titanfall's not what they expected it to be, and I think they're reaching now with this new one. Like they added a campaign, which a lot of people say doesn't look very good.
I don't think I probably won't get it. If anything, I would get the new
Battlefield.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to our next question. Andrew writes, I've been listening to you guys for a while now, and I love the show. Do you think Xbox is shooting themselves in the foot in terms of their Xbox Play Anywhere program? So for those of you who don't know, Xbox Play Anywhere is every game published by Microsoft Game Studios now will end up on Xbox One and Windows 10 PC store. And if you buy it digital on Xbox One, you get the Windows 10 version for free.
And me and you have talked about this before, and I don't think they're shooting themselves in the foot.
I think right now, in terms of like, they're going to make their money on software.
Oh yeah.
And with their Windows, their unified Windows platform, their UWP system that they have in place, where you can play games on any Windows device anywhere. Like, I feel like that's kind of what their goal is. They want to unify the Xbox and PC platforms. They want to beat PlayStation in software and not hardware, and that's one way to do it.
Yeah, I think that's the whole thing. That's why they're doing it.
Yeah. So, like, in terms of moving boxes, they might see a little dip in sales, but there are people who prefer sitting on their couch in front of their TV with an Xbox. And the people that want to do that will buy an Xbox. They're not going to drag their PC out, download some controller drivers, and wait for it to, install those drivers and play with a controller. I think they're just going to use an Xbox. Now, there are some people who prefer PC gaming, and that's also good because now they get to play Gears of War 4, they get to play Halo 6, they get to play Forza, they get to play Quantum Break.
Yeah.
So, I think you have to look at it from Microsoft's perspective and look, we're moving these software units, and now we have, instead of 25 million install base, we have potentially, who doesn't have a PC at this point, some sort of computer, well, besides you.
Yeah, that's true. Almost everybody.
So I think this is what Microsoft wants to do, and that's fine. If that's part of the platform, then that's fine. Microsoft is a big company. Xbox is not their only source of income.
Right. That's the thing you got to remember.
It's just a source of income. And if they can unify their Windows platform with Xbox, I say go for it. Plus, Lee's building a custom PC for us to stream games and stuff. So, it'll be easier for us to stream an Xbox game with that instead of hooking up a whole bunch of stuff. There's so many different ways you can look at this.
Yeah.
But
it just depends on what type of person you're or gamer that you are.
Yeah.
If you're just a casual, then you won't even flinch at this. But for some people, this is gonna be pretty sweet.
Yeah. So Scott asks, don't get me wrong, I'm excited for Amy Hennig's Star Wars game, but does showing concept art this early for a game that probably doesn't come out until 2018 good for hype? We know it's coming. Don't show it till it's ready.
What stance do you want to take on this one?
We know this game's coming, but I don't want to see anything until they have something to show us. Concept art is it's, I don't know. I don't like it. I think games need to do the Fallout model where they announce it and then 6 months later it's out and ready to go.
I agree with you on that. I don't know what good you're going to do showing stuff now. We've seen this before where people have shown stuff so early and then you expect one thing and then when you get something different, people are, it's usually not for the best. It's not usually well, they showed us, but it's 50 times better. In most cases, it seems like it's worse. Yeah. At least those are the ones that you hear about.
Look at Watch Dogs. Look what happened to Watch Dogs.
That's Watch Dogs was a disaster.
The main example. And then you look at, Assassin's Creed every year. There's so many games that have this problem of announcing early and then not delivering on their promise.
Yeah, and I know you want to get pre-orders in and stuff, but if it's not coming out for a couple of years, you just have to say, hey, we're working on it. That's it.
Yeah. And, we know that you're working on it. Don't show up at Star Wars Celebration and show 2 pieces of concept art and say, hey, look at the new characters we're introducing. Look at the new...
Yeah, because you don't... Yeah.
I don't care. I don't want to see a dev diary. I want to see, an E3 trailer, show some gameplay.
Yeah. I don't
and
want to
then
see
it's
concept
out
art.
In October or November.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see from it.
I like seeing the concept art after I've already or while I'm playing or afterwards, and you look back and oh, this is cool. Look at this concept art. This is what they were gonna do. How many times have you seen concept art? This I'm talking about a game like Gears of War, and because I've seen you've gotten those books right and they show it. How many times have you seen stuff that's well, that's a concept art, and then this is what that really came out of it?
Yeah,
so
so
many
this
is going to be the character that we're going to introduce, and this is what he's going to look
and then I would love to see the concept art after I played the game, and oh yeah, this is where they got that idea from. This is how this character evolved from this and stuff. But
yeah,
it's yeah, I don't think this game's even coming out in 2018. I bet this is a 2019 game.
I think it's going to be a while.
So, last question from our friend Lee at Nerd Overdrive. Does exclusivity matter?
I don't think it matters like it used to. I'm not saying that it doesn't at all, but I think there's not as many exclusives, and it seems like a lot of people nowadays have multiple gaming systems. When before, it was more well, this is what I have. You know, now the big gap is PC console. When I think before it was Xbox, PlayStation. Everyone had their, but now we have both. I know a lot of people who have both, and the games that they're missing out on Xbox, they're not losing their shit over.
Like Halo used to sell consoles.
I don't think there's console sellers anymore. I just don't.
Yeah, like right now, I feel like it's more what can this console provide me, and what is the social space like in this console.
That's really what it's grown to. It's no longer because it's so online based now.
Yeah.
Like the single play, I'm not gonna go buy a console just for like one game.
Yeah.
Especially because they're so expensive.
Yeah.
The consoles
like,
and the games now.
I mean, I bought an, let's look at it this way. Back before like online was a big deal, I bought an original Xbox for Halo and Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah.
Those are 2 exclusives. What did I buy PlayStation 4 for? Not an exclusive. Obviously, look at the console. It sold like 60 million units without having a
single
halfway decent exclusive.
Oh,
Let's look at the exclusives.
What's that one that came out with? Knack.
Yeah,
It's all about Knack.
Knack. Gosh.
Yeah, no. I'm not saying that. I mean, it's still cool.
I should have bought you a Knack plushie for your birthday.
No. I'm gonna give it to the dog.
Hey, Major needs toys too.
Yeah. God of War. Those are sweet games,
But then you turn around and like, now Sony's getting into their exclusives. And what games are we hyped for next year? Horizon Zero Dawn. God of War looks great. Days Gone looks great. All the Sony exclusives look amazing. I mean, look how hyped we are for Gears of War.
It's hard to ask that question to 2 people who have both consoles.
I know, it is. You're right.
Is kind of the way I have such a biased look on it because I'm just like, it doesn't really matter because if it's a game that I want, I'm going to be able to get it anyways.
Yeah.
But when I only had one console, back when I only had it mattered. It sucked that I had a PS2 and my buddies were playing Halo.
Yeah.
Like that, it sucked. But I had SOCOM.
Yeah.
And I played the shit out of SOCOM, and I had a great time with it.
Yeah,
so,
and Xbox didn't have anything like SOCOM.
And Xbox didn't have anything like SOCOM.
And then they got like Ghost Recon. Well, I think that came to PS2 also, right? Ghost Recon? I don't remember.
I was so far up SOCOM's ass, I have no idea what even came out.
Yeah, so
I don't know. It's
I
tough
feel
to
like,
answer that right now for me.
I feel like right now, the gamers that are so hardcore and want to play every exclusive have like all the consoles. Let's look at it this way. If exclusives matters, Nintendo would be blowing everybody out of the water right now.
That's true. That is true. So, yep. I think that says it. Because they have games that neither one have.
Yeah.
And nobody seems to give a shit.
Yeah.
So, I do not think it matters anymore.
Yeah. I mean, we're lucky enough that we have all consoles and we can play whatever we want when we want. Mm-hmm. Hopefully we're financially okay. But, I mean, I'm excited for Gears of War. We're going to get Gears of War. I'm excited for Horizon. We're going to get Horizon. We're going to get the exclusives that we want anyway.
If you had to pick, though, now, it's because it seems like the exclusives are coming now.
Yeah.
Not like that. I mean, there's been a couple out there. Like, Until Dawn was awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that I have a PS4, so I was able to play that.
Bloodborne's awesome. The
Order
was not.
The Order, it was alright, but none of these are like going to sell a console on its own.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to, like...
Nintendo's the only system out of all 3 that had exclusive games that sold to the console. Smash Brothers, Mario Kart.
They also have the highest attach rate of any game. Like, of any exclusives. Nintendo.
Oh. Yeah.
Like, a Mario Kart, I think, is at something like 60% attach rate, which is like almost 7 million units.
What's going on with you?
It's just the... If you're watching the video, it's just the gamma... I had put a gamma filter on it so it would catch the green screen behind us.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully, if you're watching this video, you can't see the green screen. You see our awesome logo. But, I mean...
Because I keep turning red.
Yeah, it's because when I lean forward, it's catching the dark. And then I lean back.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. If you listen to the audio version, don't...
We looks messed up.
Right now. It's cool. It's cool. But, like... I mean, if you had to choose a console without the exclusives, what would you be playing?
PlayStation.
Yeah.
Choose my PS4.
Yeah. Which is weird because, like, we both went mostly 360 last generation.
Yeah.
We are platform agnostic, I would say.
I have no loyalty.
Yeah, we kind of like to play everything.
Yeah, we do.
So.
I will play. Yeah, that's why I like having them all. So it's tough to answer that.
They're like Pokemon. You got to catch them all.
I do like Pokemon. I will be playing the new one that comes to DS.
Sun and Moon. I'm getting Moon.
I'll get Sun.
All right.
Some of the new Pokemon are like fucked up looking though.
I know. Did you see that like pink and brown bear that looks like a candy bar?
Yeah.
Did you see the?
It's like a horse that has like a mask on.
Did you see the ugly Pokemon that puts a brown paper bag and colored Pikachu on its face?
Yeah.
The backstory of that Pokemon is it's so ugly it colors itself a bag and puts it over its head like Pikachu, so people will love it.
It's
Dude,
some
so
of the back.
sad.
No, have you read the backstories on like some of the older Pokemon? Like they're fucked up.
I know they are.
They're fucked up and some of the scary shit.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. All right, we're out of questions. We're out of time. I want to play some games.
Like Cubone, that's his mother's skull.
It's true.
And he's just rocking on his face.
That is messed up.
This is messed up.
Yeah. So, anyways, thank you so much for joining us on the DNA podcast this week. Remember, you can find all of our content on digitalnerdadvocates.com. Like, subscribe, and share our YouTube page, youtube.com/digitalnerdadvocatesnetwork. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at the DNA Network. Join our Facebook community page. Like us on Facebook. Just click that little thumbs up. Just thumbs up. And anything else? I don't think so. We have so many.
Like every Cubone you find has its mother's skull on it. So like, do the moms just all die like immediately as soon as they're born? Because everyone you find, have you ever found one that doesn't have a skull on its head?
No. I wonder what a Cubone looks like without a skull on its head.
Probably kind of cute.
Maybe it's ugly. Maybe that's why it wears a skull.
Maybe. And then when it evolves, still has the skull on, but they got bigger.
Yeah.
I mean, I know the skull just fits better.
I don't understand Pokemon, dude.
Now I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
How every single one you find.
Yeah.
Means every mother, or they're all dead. They must, it's all messed up.
The moms are dead.
Yeah, like as soon as they're born.
It must be one of those things when like childbirth kills the mom.
That would make sense.
But then if they're getting the mom's skull, does that mean the baby Cubones are eating their moms to get the skull?
Probably, or they're skinning them or something. I don't know. How do they know to do that?
I don't understand. We need to figure this out. We're gonna come back next episode with a Cubone mystery solved.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah. But anyway, that wraps up our show. Thank you so much for watching, and until next week, we're out.